Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I haven't been consistent the last week or two and posting every Friday. I am now working Tuesday through Friday at the salon and in the process of moving into my new home. So the next couple of weeks will be hectic, but I will do my best to get some videos up. Once I settle into my new home and things calm down, I have plans on whipping out video after video. So quickly moving into today's video, as you see, I am mixing a bowl of Redken Flash Lip Lightener. I've been on a kick of trying a new lightener once or twice a week the last few weeks. I will say this lightener is Flash Lip's original one, not the Bonder Inside new one, but it has given me amazing lift and has been pretty gentle on my client's hair this past week. However, the only downfall is I feel the consistency is not always consistent. It took me a few days of playing with it to get my measurements down, and I've learned with trial and error that I like it 1:2, being 1 part lightener and 2 parts developer. It appears extremely runny at first, but within a minute or two, it thickens up a decent amount. Rolling into today's video, I'll be showing you guys another foil placement I like, as well as why it's beneficial to use a foiling board. My client is my assistant Patty, and she's had this appointment with me for the past 6 to 7 weeks now, and finally the time has come. So she has been blonde in the past with global lightener application, and you guys already know how I feel about that. She had tons of banding and breakage and then decided to go back to the darker side of things. That was all back a few years ago now, but with her current hair, she had a partial highlight done just a few months ago, but from the mids to ends, you can see a reddish brassy color. That was old permanent brown hair color that ended up fading and exposing all that red underlying pigment. A lot to deal with today. That's what I'm focused on, really trying to worry about kicking out the most, is that reddish underlying red pigment of old permanent color. We all know it's hard to get permanent color out of the hair. Just a quick note, I have many different foiling boards, but this has to be my favorite one. It's Framar's foiling board. It comes with a 2-pack. You get a small, shorter black one and that one. Okay, so this foil placement I have been using lately is a left side, right side that I will foil on a diagonal and meet at the part like usual. And in the back, I section off as one huge big section, and I do 2 foils in the center, 2 on the left, 2 on the right on a slight diagonal, and I do this brick laid placement all the way up the back of the head. I've been absolutely loving doing this lately because I feel I get every spot on the back half of the head, and it works amazing with the curve of the head. Also, before I forget, I am using Flash Lip Lightener with 20 volume and a 1/16 ounce of my liquid gold Olaplex. You guys, in the beginning of my career, I always used a highlighting board. Now it's rare you see me use one unless I am painting and teasing the left out dropouts. However, I still do use my board quite often. We all know when you're foiling under the nape of the head, it curves in, making it tricky to get your foils right up to that root area without slipping or causing bleeders. And honestly, guys, the board makes it so much easier. I will use the board until I'm about 1/3 up the head, and it's also good to use for the first few foils above the ears, because we all know that's a tricky spot around the head when foiling as well, and also, as I mentioned before, when painting the dropouts. A board really comes in handy also when you're doing an all the way to the root kind of look. It allows you to get all the way up to the root so effortlessly. Today's look, we are going for more of a root shadow kind of look, so I alternated every foil, one up close to the root, the next one a 1/2 inch or more away. This will allow for that future demarcation line to be less harsh in a more blended root area. So as I mentioned before, my client today in my chair in this YouTube video is my assistant Patty, and her hair is extremely dense and very thick. Her hair is very misleading, and once I opened it up and really got in there when I began foiling, I knew she was going to have a lot of foils in her head. A tip for highlighting extremely thick hair is to do your baby lights a smidge bigger than normal. Mine was literally the tiniest amount bigger, but made a huge difference. If I did my usual size, she would have had well over 300 foils in her head. And when I say make your baby lights a smidge bigger, I mean your amount of hair in each section, not the stitch, just to clarify. Also, I am doing my traditional fine stitched baby light. I've changed up some things on my service price list, but we'll go over that in a future video.
Isolated eyes, a messy mind. Think I need to help you. I'm gonna try. Cute as hell, baby.
So guys, I want every single piece of hair with lightener on the mids and ends. My client's hair tangles extremely easy, so she's told me. So we decided to err on the safe side of things and just paint all the dropouts without teasing them. I always bump the dropouts up 10 volume more than what's in my highlight foils. So since we are using 20 volume on the regular foils, I'm using 30 volume on the painted dropouts. I am taking way bigger sections than my regular baby light sections, but I still didn't want them to be too thick because I wanted this old permanent color to lift out as safely and as easy as possible. Since the dropouts aren't getting heat from the scalp like the highlights and the sections of hair are way bigger, 30 volume will not be too harsh, and I also have a 1/16 ounce of Olaplex in my mixture as well. Quickly moving into the front section of the hair, I bumped my lightener up for the baby lights up to 30 volume, and I am not a huge fan of 40 volume and use it very rarely, so for the front dropouts, I'm using 35 volume. Since this is technically a color correction and I am focused on evening out her canvas as much as possible, I am not doing any slicing for headband money pieces. At this point in time, it's my first time doing her hair ever and I do not know how she's going to lift, so I am doing very fine tightly packed baby lights for money pieces. Last thing I need is for her hair and the money piece area around her face to be uneven colors. I also wanted to mention as well that once I finished foiling her, I rinsed out the back foils and put Vanola's restructuring mask on that hair and processed her for 40 minutes without heat.
Isolated eyes, a messy mind. Think I need to help you, I'm gonna try. Cute as hell, baby, hotter than flames. Wanna burn together in a million ways. Now let me take the lead. Know you wanna play with me. Got secrets you might wanna see. You might wanna see. You might wanna. I know I'm not gonna regret this. Wanna get reckless, but you to the test, yeah. I know I'm not gonna regret this. I wanna get reckless. I wanna get reckless. I wanna get reckless.
So we were moving her session along as quickly as possible, so I didn't get any footage at the bowl for toning, shampooing, or doing the root shadow, but you guys know I show all that good stuff in almost every single video, so check the other videos out if you're interested. I promise I'll have it in next week's. So I ended up shampooing her with Vanola's NutriCare Restructuring Shampoo, and then applied Olaplex number 2 all over her mids and ends like I always do. Brought her back to my station, shadowed her for 10 minutes with Joico's Demi Liquid Lumishine 5N, 5NA, equal parts, washed the shadow off and the Olaplex treatment, then toned her with Shades EQ, 6N, 6T, 6G, 7VB, 7V, 7T, 7NW.
I wanna see, you might wanna. Lock the door, zip it off, kiss my neck, whisper one more, scream your name deep in the night. Work your way around my thighs, explore my hips, my color lights. I scream your name, I shut it down, 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 down. I know I'm not gonna regret this. Wanna get reckless, but you to the test, yeah. I know I'm not gonna regret this.
Holy smokes, you guys, 5.5 hours, but worth every single minute in foil. Look at this color, far from perfect, but way better than we expected. There are a few darker spots on some of the mids and ends, but it blends extremely well, and we didn't want to tone it down any darker because in 6 weeks from now, our next session will be upon us, and we'll be focusing on going blonder. Let me know if you want to see that down below, a part 2 of this video, as well as other video ideas. I see them all, and will eventually get all the videos done that you guys want to see. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, follow my Instagram, all that good stuff you guys know to do. Also, I wanted to mention real quick, my foil record has been 206 for a long time. Today, me and her smashed that record. The new one was 224 foils, all packed tightly on her head. Until next time, you guys, have a good day. I'll talk to you soon.
Think I need to help you. I'm gonna try.